Right, but we're not doing any motion sheets at sign anymore. So just, we need a mover and a seconder to open the meeting. So
Amen.
let's take Dawn. All right, so moved by Donna and second by Dave that the Emergency Services Committee meeting be open at 6:03 p.m. All in favor?
Yeah.
And we need a mover and a seconder for the meeting minutes for February 12th, or sorry, for what goes agenda for, sorry, for the agenda for February 12th. So everybody has the agenda in front of them.
Yeah,
So same. By Donna. Second by Dave. That the agenda for the Emergency Services Committee meeting for February 12th, 2024 be approved as circulated. All in favor? And then we need a mover and a seconder for the minutes of the Emergency Services Committee meeting held January 15th, 2024 be adopted as circulated. Same two. All in favor?
yeah, we'll let you know if we're not in.
Perfect. All right. Any disclosure of hearing interest and general nature? And none, no presentations or delegations. All right, so 6.0, correspondence, 6.1. Do you have information on the calls for this month?
For February?
Yeah.
There's been no calls in February.
Sorry, when was the last one? You gave?
Or I think it was, it was a medical, got a medical call last week. Yeah, started pretty,
So since the last meeting, just one medical.
And you've had trainings and working nights,
Yes,
right?
yeah. We were still cleaning up, at the beginning of February, we were still cleaning up from the fire we had at the end of January.
Is that the one on the Talon Lake Road?
Yeah.
There?
Yeah. But
Was that like a field fire or
that was a cabin,
a cabin?
the cabin on fire.
And you're taking the rest of the structure down? Is that what you mean by cleanup?
No, cleanup is in like all the hoses and stuff that we had to
Clean
clean
up
up.
our equipment.
The
Yeah.
equipment.
Gotcha.
We had 1,800 feet of line laid down for that fire.
Right.
So
It was so-
Oh, so far in the bush, right? Yeah.
7.0, I need new business. So I guess under new business is just our cell phone policy and cell phone stuff. Nikki called me today. I believe she emailed the two of you guys as well,
thank God.
just that we're over data for the month.
Yeah.
So just a reminder to use Wi-Fi. And if we need to look at different plans and stuff, if that's gonna be an ongoing thing, then we can do that, but I think it was probably just forgot to turn the Wi-Fi on or whatever.
These are town issued cell phones.
Yeah, one for Dave, one for Jill's, but they were both over considerably, but they've never been over before,
Oh,
but they ended up being
oh, wow.
quite a bit over just for this month for whatever reason.
Okay.
All right, 8.0, unfinished business. So 8.1, the SCBA equipment replacement update.
Did put in for that third quote for the Scott
Oh,
backpacks. Guys, we're talking, he's trying to put me together a quote.
Yeah.
So we should have that probably by the end of the week.
It's Monday.
Yeah, we should have that by the end of the week. We
Okay.
have our 3 quotes. As it is right now, we have 5 BAs in service, which is technically not our minimum anymore.
So we can award to a proponent, right?
Yes.
By this week or early next week. Okay,
And then the issue is how quickly they can turn them around too, right?
yeah, we should order them. That's step one. Yeah, so if we can get them ordered, then at least we know we're in the queue. and it's February, so hopefully it'll be in year. We just keep on them, so.
And then a 2024 task list provided by the CAO.
Started working on task list 1 piece at a time.
So we need a progress report though. So what we're looking for is to probably go over the task to see what has been done, what's completed. So we didn't tell you that last time, but I think that that's what we're looking for.
Right.
So every meeting, we want to see how far the needle has moved. And I mean, we're gonna, this includes that other task list that we went through from 2011 as well, right? So, okay, so for next meeting, then for an action item, maybe what we can do is just keep revisiting that to see what's completed, what we've knocked off the list.
Yeah.
So we can do that.
Because I think some items will need to be brought forward as well for approval.
Yes, yeah. So if we just do like a standard progress report.
Quite a few of them, when we were going over them last week, were repetitive,
Yeah, so we can consolidate.
or along the same line where I think you could probably create a policy and knock off 2 or 3 in one policy. There's a bunch of those.
Yeah, as we clean up the major ones, you're gonna see a lot of the minor ones.
Exactly, and I think it's gonna go quick once we start looking at it. Yeah. So that'll be a standard standing item.
9.0 community risk assessment. Yeah,
But we don't have it, that is,
Yes, but this is important.
say you have it done, but I trust you'll have.
By the 29th.
Yeah.
Okay, but we have no message that he's not here, We're not coming, him or Alan, right?
Maybe they thought. Did you get the message about the whole?
Should we call them? Well, you read your email,
I
right?
did.
I would imagine Alan would read his email.
those just responded to their be right. Heard you've totally forgot about them.
Who was that? Al?
Jill,
No response from them.
okay,
Until we get to them.
yeah,
Okay,
well, we will circle back to that then.
10.0 public events and public education.
For the month of February, we don't have any public events planned. Everything kind of went for a crap with the weather. Like we were planning, like I told you last time, we were planning an event to do with ice, but it's not looking so good,
Nothing for family day or,
you know. Take a secret around for family day now to see if anyone's around, and then we'll probably do an open house or do some more fire prevention stuff.
so family day is next Monday, it's a week today.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there any chance that they can, whatever's planned with the township next week and?
We may be canceling ours too, depending on where the rain. Ours was snowshoeing, tobogganing, ice skating, hot chocolate, and a
Yeah.
campfire.
Yeah.
We've delegated the rec committee delegated events out, so that is actually not my event.
Yeah, which is good.
But we gave them some alternatives. And if the weather is a little bit warmer than normal for the season, they could still do a campfire and snacks and stuff, and maybe put in some live music or something like that to get people involved.
Mhm.
So we'll let them pivot as planned, but
Okay. Okay,
all right. 11.0 for training.
Training is progressing. Today's the 12th, so today's our first, we get back at training. We've been working there a couple weeks. Truck checks, so tonight we're doing instant command training, IMS training, chain of command. It's all being reviewed tonight, actually.
who's doing
One of them, my firefighters named Ben,
it? So sorry, he's training on IMS?
he's fully certified to train.
Mhm.
He's one of our trainers that we get to do the learning contract with as well.
Okay.
He's actually a North Bay firefighter.
So he took, it would be IMS 300, yeah. or it's $9.50 to be an instructor. So IMS $9.50 to be an instructor, but in order to become an instructor, you would have had to have taken IMS 100. Well, BEM, IMS 100, 200, 300, and 400. 400 is the forms. So he's done all of that.
He's very confident in the training.
So tonight is all classroom stuff,
Trains my classrooms, yeah, to catch up on the classroom stuff.
nothing in the shop or field.
No, it'll be DHX, first thing they get in there, they'll do a quick truck check, but not a thorough truck check, but the BAs have to be checked every work night, every Monday actually.
And then as far as registering people for courses,
We have a bushfire course that we are looking to register people with. It'll be 15 people, we're looking at about. It'll be close to $6,500 for that course.
When is it?
It's gonna be at we're gonna pick a date and that's when it's gonna happen.
So you're
Yeah,
bringing.
we are putting on the course for us.
and then I would recommend trying to figure out what it costs per person. And how many people you can accommodate. And then opening up some seats to local organizations, right, like East Ferris or whatever.
Yeah.
They have one or two.
So it's a bushfire course. Who's it given by?
I'm training classes at the end with them right now.
And you're saying 15 people?
It's a minimum of 15 people.
Minimum
Yeah.
15.
Because we want to bring that company here to do training,
Yeah,
so we're gonna. Put up to the minimum, and if our guys can't meet it, then we're gonna open it up to other communities and put guys in.
I would open it up regardless.
yeah,
I mean, obviously,
50
what
people.
the max is.
Yeah. Look what the max is.
Yeah,
and then-
Because you don't want, you know,
yeah, I would
Not too
open it
many,
up.
but-
I would open it up too. And when approximately,
Will probably be in the spring, most likely in the spring.
so April,
May,
May?
yeah. We don't want it done before bushfire season,
Yeah, and is this a 1-day course?
it's a weekend.
A weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a commitment. So that is good to open it up, because if we can't get the 15 within ours, we probably can get the 15 with lots of notice.
well, and not only that, but we want to start opening stuff like that up to East Ferris and whoever else, so that
Actually,
when they're running courses, we can maybe send a couple people in there too. So it just helps with like the minimums and stuff like that, so that. You know, more of these
Joe.
courses can be offered, right?
Sorry, it was very.
and so so the bushfire course, is that a mandatory course for the firefighters?
It's not a mandatory course, but it's a good ad, it's a certified course through.
Okay, so it's a good to have, but I just out of curiosity, like. There's the have to haves, right? And so how are we doing with the have to haves rather than the good to haves?
Doing quite well with the have to have.
Okay.
Yeah, the guys are studying along, like it's gonna be, the have to haves are at the guys' paces, right? That's the problem. Everybody works.
Okay, so we're concentrating on the have to haves.
Well, every training nights, the guys are taking time away from their training, and going to the have to haves.
Okay,
We'll sign guys up, okay, it's time for people to study. If we hear about that, the guys are coming around, if they're in East Ferris or they're in Mattawa or wherever. We'll
Yeah.
hook up with whoever's putting it on for testing, and then we'll decide if we need to send a guy, or if they're not ready yet, they're not gonna go in.
yeah, but I think too, what would be helpful is lots of notice, right? Because if they know that something's coming up in a month, then they can get ready to go.
Right.
So, and you know, I think Steve has a lot of contacts as well, so if we hear of things that are coming up that, other, fire departments are putting on, we'll let you guys know as well.
Well,
So
they're pretty good at letting us know if
Yeah.
someone's coming up.
we're pretty good at not going though, so that's been the,
Guys that went, that could go,
but we haven't gone in probably a year or two.
getting that guys ready to go.
Yeah, so maybe we,
If it's at their pace learning, if we don't find them ready to go, they're not gonna go.
right, so I guess what we need to do is, how do we support them to get ready to go? So what's missing if they're not ready to go, right?
Right.
So I think that that's kind of what we need to concentrate on.
This is for firefighter one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
firefighter
the have to haves, yeah.
two. That's it, right? Firefighter one, firefighter two, and
That's it, yeah.
Everything
That's-
else
that's
is
their
like
blended.
additional stuff,
Yeah,
right?
and unfortunately, most of these courses are a blended course, so they have to do the home study before they can even attempt to do any, to go anywhere else. for
Yeah. So how do
practical.
we help, how do we support them maybe in that, right? I mean, I know
So-
giving them lots of time.
So if I'm brand new, I know nothing about it, and I come out my very first night, and you say, okay, you need firefighter one, do I get like a booklet, or
I
is it?
give you a book,
Yeah.
I sign you up to the online portal.
Yeah.
That instructs you through the book.
Yeah.
We do training nights based on the book.
And how many hours does the course recommend that it is, or does it?
It doesn't,
Okay,
it doesn't really recommend, I think it's like a 200-hour thing.
200 for firefighter one.
There's a lot of evolutions and they have to know all of the skills because when they go get tested, it's like. Like the old guy said, it's a 15%. They'll grab 3 or 4 skill sheets and you gotta know these skills. right?
Right.
And like I said, they still don't have their stuff figured out. The last time everything was a mess. They had firefighter 2 questions on the firefighter 1 examination and
And the guys alluded to that at the meeting last
Yeah.
year. That they're going through some changes.
it's really. Pretty piss poor way of doing what they've done.
Yeah.
They're forcing this onto the guys and then they took the college away. It's like. That wasn't cool. So normally it was 1 week, $60 for the week. Food,
Oh,
accommodations
that's
paid
good.
for.
Yeah.
Guys went down, they spent a week and it was done.
Mm.
So that's kind of what I was getting at. Is it advantageous to bring somebody in on a weekend or whatever that can help the guys go through and progress through their workbooks, progress through the chapters and modules?
We could look at that to see if anyone's around with the capability to do that. We'd have to go through a learning contract to do that as well, which is fun. Definitely work.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, how can we best support them to get to where we need to be?
200 hours is a massive course, and I mean, I have to do 15 or 20 courses a year that are online,
Mhm,
and I hate all of them.
mhm.
And a lot of times I just don't have the time to put aside. But if CAS or whoever else I'm involved in is saying, hey, this Saturday we're doing this, and it's a full day thing, then.
Yeah.
I
And
go and
commit.
get it all done
Yeah.
and whatever, right? So that might be a better option for progression.
Yeah.
With, you can a little bit late, Dave went over, calls since the last, meeting. And he said that there's just one medical.
Yeah.
That's what you're allowed to call. And then, we wanted to pick a date to, offer you or put it on program for, I don't know, if you want to do something separate or if you want to just come to a council meeting or. I don't know what your thoughts are. You want me,
But Kate will
I
be
don't know.
involved in whatever we.
Yeah, I don't want anything from the top, like,
maybe you want council to come to a training.
maybe
That'd be better.
it'd be better after we be there.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay.
Hey,
Well, I'll,
big cake with a lot of candles.
Yeah.
If you can put them out.
Okay. Park runs there.
Okay.
We'll put it out.
so. hmm. You'll come back for a night then, because your last day is the 20, okay, that would be nice. So I will do a Monday in, March.
Well, let's pick, because everybody's schedule gets
Yep,
booked immediately, so
yeah, so I have the 25th open in March on a Monday.
that's your first Monday.
That's my first Monday.
So that's, okay.
Okay, March 25th
What time?
at 6 o'clock or 7, is that what time?
7, yeah.
Yes.
But do you want to do earlier so we're not screwing up the training? Like, would the guys be able to come at 6:30 for cake
Or
before
we
they do
could do
training?
15 minutes.
4 to 2, yeah.
Okay.
4 to 2.
Okay, 6:45. And what is your favorite flavor, Nishan?
I don't eat cake.
Dewey pie.
No.
Ice cream. No sugar. Okay, but I can get you. Okay, okay. But then we just need the community risk assessment update.
Done.
Nice, okay.
Just a few things that I want to actually put in
Okay,
there.
okay. And so have you emailed this to anyone yet?
No, not yet.
If you don't mind, could you email this to Alan and to Nikki?
Yep.
That would be, and probably Santana too. That would be helpful. Yeah, you could do the two of them. I'm sure Dave would like a copy as well. Yeah, yes, I know, but
I don't want. a copy.
I
yeah.
don't want to go.
Okay. It's good because it was all in here, right?
Most of it.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
planning about two
yeah.
minutes.
I know.
So for the community risk assessment, Alan did a bunch.
Yeah,
And
he
this
did
was
this one.
the stuff that was left up to.
For the part from-
Yeah.
Is this, once it comes together and this is finished,
Yeah,
or was this a module?
no, this is it. This was all 9 modules. There were 9 modules.
He had part of his.
Yeah.
done, and then mine.
Yeah, so you knew, I think he sent you what,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
and so like the census stuff he filled in, and so then everything else was
Yeah.
from you. And that's good, you've highlighted what needs from the
All the
township
few stuff
brush.
I did, and then
Yes.
that stuff Alan. did.
Alan did, yeah, okay. Okay, so that's perfect, thank you so much.
So,
And now what we can do is go through it, and then if you
Yeah.
have any further
So-
questions, you're still here, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so if you wouldn't mind emailing that
Sure.
tomorrow, Jill, that would be great.
And then I'm guessing Nikki, Alan and Santana will have
Yeah,
a meeting at some point.
yeah,
They'll go over.
hopefully before the 29th, just to make sure that we're not. Yeah, excellent, thank you so much. It's a lot of work.
well,
Yeah. But when you sit down and just start concentrating, it's just about pulling it out of your brain.
Fair enough.
That's-
So, mover and a seconder to adjourn the meeting. See you people.
Michelle?
Moved by Dave, second by Donna. Meeting be adjourned at 6:26 p.m. On the favor. All right. Yeah, guys.